Hi, this is Linda, founder of Majestics Academy and Certified Transformation Life Coach. So today's post is a little more intimate to my life, what happened for me and how I got to where I am today. So if I get emotional during this, please just bear with me because this is my personal life story. So let me tell you the story about when my hubby died and how it led me to become a life coach, breaking my limiting beliefs and helping others find their happiness within themselves instead of things, people, and achievements. It was on Saturday, the 1st of January 2016, when I was busy cleaning house. My husband left his phone at home because he can't use it at the mine where he was working, and his phone rang. I was thinking maybe he wanted to ask me something and he couldn't remember my number, so he found his own number. So before I answered, I didn't expect what was going to be on the other side. So it was Mr. Kitching, his boss, saying, "Your husband has a pain in his chest and we arranged for him to be taken to the hospital." When I got to the hospital, we sat there for hours until they took an EEG, which confirmed it was a heart attack. Living in South Africa, not having a medical aid, he was taken to the other government hospital. We lived in a small town, so it was a smaller government hospital. This government hospital did not have a good reputation. But with us, they were great. They were helpful. As I was crying, one of the nurses hugged me, and the matron showed photos of his kids, and we just talked because of the nature of people we are. So they had to send him to the bigger hospital in another province, which was equipped for things like this. But they would only send him on the Monday, and later on I learned that's how this hospital works, because the doctors there don't work on weekends. So they said they were going to send him on Monday. So if you know anything about heart attacks, you will know there's a golden hour. So the Monday morning, the hospital phoned me at 6 a.m. I was with him the weekend. The Sunday evening I left, went home, I think about 8 o'clock, and went home, and 6 a.m. the next morning the hospital phoned me. I was already up because I couldn't sleep well. "Mrs. Pretorius, your husband died twice during the night. We managed to resuscitate him, but it's not looking good." Me and our 2 kids rushed to the hospital as fast as we could, and when we got there, he was on life support, and they arranged for him to be taken by chopper. The pilot said that it will take them 24 minutes to get there. He can't promise me that my hubby will make it, because when they transferred him to the chopper bed, his heart stopped again. I rushed home, we packed, because me and the kids had to take a 2-hour drive to get to that hospital. I waited to leave until they phoned, because it was almost time after we packed. It was 15 minutes to get from the hospital to our home, and so we packed quickly, but we waited until they phoned. They said he made it. He's going into theatre, but they need my permission to do an angiogram. So I gave my permission, and then we started the drive. When we got to the hospital, he was already out of theatre, but still on life support. I sat with him day in and day out. My kids were in the waiting room, just keeping themselves busy. After 3 days, they took off the life support, and he breathed on his own. After 10 days, he was released from the hospital, but he was not helped within the golden hour, so his heart had a lot of damage. He had a very strong heart, but after that he only had 40% heart capacity left. He could not do much and suffered for 8 months, because he was the type of person who could not sit still for 5 minutes. And here he was, just going to the toilet. Was a massive exercise and very tiring for him. On Sunday, August 14, 2016, he died. I was devastated because we were very, very close. In our marriage of 24 years, we barely fought because we were like one, thinking like one, feeling like one, and reacting to things like one. We did not have conflict, and most people could not understand that. But that's just how we were. I thought we were going to be married forever. I'm still sad when I think about it, but then I mourned his death for over a year, where I spent most days and nights in bed, not wanting to do anything. But I also had to frantically do something to make money because we did not have any life insurance that would pay out monthly or a lump sum, nor did the insurance we had on our properties pay the properties. They covered everything except death, the insurance. So I still had 2 mortgages to pay. One was for our house and one was for the townhouses. And a non-paying tenant did not make it any easier either. And I had to buy food and stuff for me and the kids. Needless to say, I lost all the properties. Me and the kids had to start from scratch. There was even a time where we went for over 6 months without a fridge because our fridge wasn't working. But it didn't really matter because we didn't have a lot of money for food to put into a fridge. So, yeah. Given what I was doing, I've been working online since 2012 and I had a few websites running, but none of them were really making any money. I was doing transcriptions as a freelancer and doing other freelance work, but if you know anything about this, you will know it's super hard to find work and it's not always paying very much. Not enough to pay the bond and buy food and everything. So I started a video creation company which was struggling. I came in contact with an intuitive mindset and business coach, and in one of our touching one-on-one coaching sessions, I realized I was actually running away from my true calling, which was to help people. That session was from deep inside, where the truth just came out of my subconscious. And she was good to me. She exchanged my services as a video creator for her services as a coach, just in case you wondered where I got the money to pay her. And so in that session, it came out that the reason I was running from this, or I believe that this is my calling, is because my hubby and I did marriage counseling for MMI, Marriage Ministries International. And he was always preaching and helping and counseling people, and I was always in the background. Not because I was pushed there, that's where I chose to be, because I didn't feel good enough to talk to the people. I felt he had more knowledge and he was the one who was able to help people, and I was just there to support him. And then, so when he died, I still felt insignificant, scared, and not good enough to do it. But then in that session, I realized it's my calling to be a life coach. And with this realization, I stepped out and got certified as a life coach. And then I got certificate after certificate after certificate, up to where I've now got over 20 certifications in different aspects of personal development. And the reason for this is because I had limiting beliefs that was holding me back, thinking I'm not good enough, I have to learn more, I have to get more knowledge. And that was keeping me back from moving forward. As soon as I realized this, I stepped out and started coaching. But before I knew this, I could not move past that. I had to identify my limiting belief to move past it. And then, if you know anything about limiting beliefs, you'll know that there will be a new one next time, and a new one next time, and a new one next time. And so it just goes on as you move forward. There will always be something showing up to hold you back. That is why I want to help you to learn how to identify them and that you can keep on moving forward. The other thing I want to help you with is to find your happiness from within, because when it comes from outside of yourself, you can't ever be authentically happy. Like with my hubby, he was my happiness. And when he was gone, I had to learn to find my happiness within myself to be able to move on. Yes, I have my kids and I love them very much. And when my father-in-law died, I couldn't understand why don't my mother-in-law just live for her kids, because they are still here. But having been in that same situation when my husband died, I realized that if I make my kids my happiness, when they grow up and they move into their own house, marry their own partners, live their own lives, I'll have to find my happiness somewhere else again. So rather learn to find your happiness within yourself, because the only person who is with you from the day you are born until the day you die is you. You need to invest in yourself, in your personal development and in your growth, and learn to find your happiness within yourself. So I want to help you to also break through your limiting beliefs and to find your happiness inside of yourself, so that you can return inside when things aren't going as planned. Life happens and we need to make ourselves stronger so that when these things happen, we have a mindset that can go through that. And as soon as I stepped out of my limiting beliefs, I could help others do the same. And so let me help you build unshakable confidence, a winning mindset, and to find your happiness within yourself. This is Linda from Majestics Academy. Feel free to visit my website for some freebies, and I'll also put a link below in the comments of my program I've got to help you break through your limiting beliefs. Thanks for watching and thanks for your support. Be blessed. Bye.